In Napoleon Dynamite, there's a scene where Napoleon attempts to hop a fence but ends up falling over onto the other side. John Heater actually fell while taking this shot, and the makers decided to keep it. Now that's commitment to comedy. In Black Dynamite, there's a scene where men in black suits are shooting at black dynamite and a guy in a jelly donut costume. As they start shooting, the car begins rolling away because the actor forgot to set the parking brake. He eventually stopped it, but the moment was kept in. A car rolling away during a high-stakes shootout? That's too good to pass up. In Beautiful Girls, when Timothy Hutton says goodbye to Natalie Portman at the end, he kisses her on the cheek. This wasn't scripted, and Portman's reaction is completely genuine. It's moments like this that make movies feel more real. In Camp Rock, starring the Jonas Brothers, the character of Shane, played by Joe Jonas, falls into a bush while running. According to Demi Lovato, the fall was real. It's these off-the-cuff moments that make movies so much fun to watch. Crispin Glover strides into a diner with confidence, but completely misses a glass, shattering it all over the floor. Just imagine if this had made the final cut. It's comedy gold. How often does a whole crew break down in laughter? Well, here's one blooper that proves it's a lot more than you think. While shooting the movie Bullet Train, during a scene where Lemon and Ladybug annoy a passenger, Brad Pitt and the cast get hilariously thrown off by an off-script line that leads to genuinely surprised reactions from everyone. Moments like these make us love the cast even more.
Dicks, lady.
Fuck you sideways, sir.
What happens when legendary actors just can't keep it together? Stick around for bloopers that'll make you see these scenes differently. In Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Wallace bursts into the apartment drunk and throws his keys at Scott's head. Kieran Culkin did this as a joke, but director Edgar Wright loved it so much that he decided to keep it in the film. Talk about a moment that perfectly captures the chaotic energy of the film. There's a popular claim that in The Dark Knight, the scene where Joker's bombs outside the hospital take longer than expected to explode was due to the bombs failing on set. However, behind-the-scenes footage reveals that the explosions went as planned. Heath Ledger wasn't informed that they would pause, so he stayed in character, reacting in real time. His unscripted response made it into the final cut, and every fan knows this is one of the most iconic moments from the movie.
In Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Batman's oh shit moment when Doomsday charges his lasers were improvised by Ben Affleck.
Oh shit.
He added the line because it was funny and unexpected for Batman, and it also served as an accidental callback to Man of Steel.
Oh shit.
In Chariots of Fire, during Eric Little's first scene at the running meeting, Ian Charleston was giving a speech when a cow mooed off screen. Instead of stopping, he smiled and finished his line. Now that's how you handle a distraction in style.
That I am and will be whilst I breathe. A Scot.
Warning, Deadpool's edgy outtakes might just be too hilarious to handle. T.J. Miller improvises countless insults about Wade's face, most of which didn't make it to the film. With Deadpool's edgy tone, we can only imagine the burns that missed the final cut.
Shrek took a shit on your neck. You look like the inside of other people's assholes.
In Rush Hour 2, Jackie Chan kicks John Lone out of a window, only for Chris Tucker to break the fourth wall in a way that's funnier than the actual movie. This gem from the credits is a fan favorite for good reason.
Rush Hour 3.
Avengers, Endgame, Don Cheadle, and Chris Hemsworth share a hilarious back and forth in this uncut scene. When Hemsworth asks, "Do you know what's coursing through my veins?" Cheadle replies, "Sunions?" A quirky dialogue that could have added humor to the scene. Trainwreck, John Cena went off script in a cinema argument scene, surprising everyone with his unexpected comedic chops. When English isn't quite on your side, hilarious things happen.
Wrap my face on your dick. It's like a submarine sandwich down there. You can grab it with both hands.
Rush Hour, Jackie Chan's English skills led to funny mispronunciations, like turning freeze into cheese in one of the movie's funniest moments.
What? Freeze! A freeze!
Toy Story, Pixar's blooper reel is almost as classic as the movie, with Woody tripping over the tape in one reel, proving Pixar's dedication to humor.
Here, please.
And now for the blooper that you won't believe was real. Independence Day. Will Smith's line about the smell while dragging an alien was totally unscripted, a genuine reaction to the set's odor. His memorable addition? I could have been at a barbecue.
I could have been at a barbecue!
Right along, while filming on a busy public street, Ice Cube gets interrupted by a fan mid-take. Watch as he stays calm and interacts politely, giving us a rare behind-the-scenes glimpse at Ice Cube's cool professionalism.
You f***ing it up. I love you though.
Ever wondered if superheroes can stay serious? Well, even the Avengers have their limits. The Avengers, Chris Hemsworth can't seem to handle Thor's hammer. This memorable outtake shows him fumbling with it before it finally drops, while Chris Evans remains perfectly in character. Adding this would have brought a touch of MCU humor and charm. In Die Hard with a vengeance. Bruce Willis's attempt to smash a real train window goes hilariously wrong when he realizes the glass is real. This accidental show of toughness would have only boosted McClane's hardcore reputation. And this is the end. The gag reel here is full of gems, with Craig Robinson dropping lines that almost made the cut. Seth Rogen tries to hold back laughter, but just can't keep it in.
This place is sealed up tighter than a fat boy's pussy.
Classic comedy, improvised scenes, and accidental mishaps. Young Frankenstein's blooper reel has it all. Marty Feldman pulls a prank by biting Madeline Kahn's animal wrap, sending bits of fur everywhere and causing hysterics. This remains one of Mel Brooks's most cherished bloopers. In Doctor Strange, watch Benedict Cumberbatch take several tries to nail a scene catching his staff without looking. Spoiler, it's way harder than it looks. When injury turns into a comedy, the results are priceless. In Jumanji 2, Dwayne Johnson's injury led him to use a conveyor belt for movement, prompting a hilarious rant from Kevin Hart. Their chemistry is unmatched.
That's what I got to deal with? Cause you can't walk? It's getting fucking ridiculous.
Roadhouse. Jake Gyllenhaal accidentally slams a car door in Conor McGregor's face. Unfazed, McGregor just shrugs it off, adding to his tough guy image.
When I by mistake then slammed his face with a car door, he was like,
Yeah, he's like
Spider-Man. Homecoming. Ned Leeds can't pronounce Spider-Man's name despite multiple takes. His simple line, Peter Parker knows Spider-Man, takes on a new level of humor.
Spider-Man. Peter-Man. That's all me. Am I fired?
Is everything okay?
No, I don't think so. It's your grandma.
Stranger Things. David Harbour's blooper is unforgettable. Playing Hopper, he can't say grandma without laughing, leaving everyone on set in stitches.
It's your grandma.
Yeah!
It's your grandma.
When bloopers are too good, they even make it into home releases. Punch Drunk Love. Philip Seymour Hoffman stars in a fake commercial leaping off mattresses, bringing some quirky comedy to this black comedy. Though not in the final movie, it made the home release cut.
Are you okay?
he's alright, he's wearing leather.
In Fight Club, when the narrator leaves the Tyler Durden-controlled police station, he threatens the officers with a lead salad. Edward Norton improvised the line on the spot. You can see him trying to come up with something clever, but all he could muster was lead salad. Imagine if that was the final line in the movie.
First person comes out this door gets a lead salad, you understand?
In The Fellowship of the Ring, during the scene where Sam chases Frodo as he sails away, Sean Astin slips and falls into the river. It wasn't scripted. He had actually cut his foot on a sharp rock. But guess what? They kept it. Frodo's rescue of Sam became one of the most memorable moments in the film. Talk about turning an accident into a beautiful scene. In Pool Hall Junkies, Christopher Walken's impressive trick shot was captured by accident. While being taught the move, he tried it for the first time as practice and sunk the shot. He even requested they film it, just in case he couldn't repeat it. You can see the actors gasp and laugh in surprise, and even Walken looks shocked. That's the magic of unscripted moments. In Mothra vs. Godzilla, there's a famous shot where Godzilla falls into Nagoya Castle, destroying it. This was actually an accident. Suit actor Haruo Nakajima tripped, causing the suit's head to slam into the castle. Special effects director Eiji Tsuburaya loved it so much that he kept the scene and left the damaged suit as it was. In Dawn of the Dead, a car nearly caused an accident during an early scene. The driver had to slam on the brakes, but the crew felt it added to the apocalyptic vibe and kept it. A happy accident or perfect chaos? In Bringing Up Baby, Cary Grant's character Dr. David Huxley has lost his clothes and is forced to find whatever he can around Susan's aunt's house to wear home. When Susan's aunt sees him, she angrily asks him why he's wearing those clothes, to which he replies, "I just went through a disaster." The line was completely unscripted and was left in the movie. You can't make stuff like that up.
Because I just went gay all of a sudden.
Admiral.
In Star Trek III: The Search for Spock, when Kirk learns the Klingons have killed his son, he seems so shocked that he misses his chair and falls to the floor. Director Leonard Nimoy wasn't sure if William Shatner was improvising or if it was an accident, but since Shatner kept going, it was left in. That's one way to show true shock. In Sea of Love, Al Pacino bumps into a passerby while walking and talking. The hit knocks him back a few steps, but he continues his speech without missing a beat. The pedestrian wasn't even an extra, just a real person passing by in New York. That's what makes New York so cinematic.
Hey, listen, this is fantastic.
In Masters of the Universe, He-Man's sword falls off his back as he exits the high school's gym. Due to time constraints, the mistake was left in the film. Sometimes the best moments are the ones you don't plan for. In The Flash, Michael Keaton revealed that he improvised the moment when Bruce says, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." That line was totally off the cuff.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
In The French Connection, the car chase was filmed on open roads without permits, and a collision during the chase wasn't planned. One of the drivers didn't even know the scene was being filmed. It was all part of the madness that made the chase unforgettable. In Ghostbusters, when Dana watches the Ghostbusters low-budget commercial, Egon awkwardly steps forward to deliver his line, then steps back while glancing down to find his mark. This was an accidental gaffe, but it worked perfectly to highlight the Ghostbusters' inexperience on camera.
We're ready to believe you.
The flying kick that Bruce Lee delivers to Robert Wall at the end of their fight in Enter the Dragon was planned, but Wall being hit so hard that he falls into extras behind him was not. That's a moment of pure martial arts magic. In Elf, during the doctor's office scene where they're about to draw blood for a DNA test, James Caan was laughing so hard that at one point he turned his back to the camera to try and hide it. And lastly, in On the Waterfront, Ava Marie Saint accidentally dropped her gloves in a scene with Marlon Brando, and Brando worked it into the scene. This unplanned moment became an unforgettable piece of cinematic beauty. In Airplane, a character runs to catch a plane and crashes into a series of towers that weren't meant to fall, turning a dramatic scene into an unforgettable comic mishap.
With me all the time, I swear to you.
Darling, take care of yourself.
How about when a miscue becomes a perfect fit? In On the Waterfront, Terry picks up Ed's glove and wears it, creating a moment that felt so genuine the director decided to keep it. Ever struggled to make your extras understand what is going on in a scene?
We walk in the garden of his turbulence.
In A Knight's Tale, the non-English speaking extras missed their cue to cheer, leading to a delayed reaction that created unexpected comedy. Sometimes reflexes can change the whole scene. In Dr. Zhivago, Lara slaps Komarovsky, and his unscripted reflexive slap in return makes for a shocking, powerful moment that stays in the movie. Check out this one-shot miracle with some serious swagger. In Alien Resurrection, Sigourney Weaver scores an impossible backward basketball shot without looking. The genuine amazement of her fellow actors made this scene a showstopper. Coincidentally, a knockout becomes an integral part of this movie. In A Knight's Tale, Heath Ledger's stunt double gets knocked out for real during a jousting scene, adding authenticity to the action. In Fight Club, an off-camera moment turned iconic. Edward Norton and Brad Pitt didn't realize they were being filmed while hitting golf balls after wrapping up for the day. Director David Fincher turned the camera on, capturing their playful, drunken fun, which they didn't know was in the film until the premiere. Ever thought a pre-acting ritual could steal the show? In The Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio and Matthew McConaughey beat their chests and hummed together in a hilarious unscripted sequence. This improvised moment was based on Matthew's personal pre-scene routine. Imagine a scene saved by a clumsy fall. In Animal House, Bluto's unexpected slip and roll while sneaking around campus perfectly matched his character's chaotic nature. This happy accident added humor, so the director decided to keep it in the final cut. What would you do if you could kiss your crush by chance? In Inception, Arthur sees the chance to plant an unscripted kiss on Ariadne's lips, leaving her visibly stunned. This spontaneous kiss turned an ordinary scene into an unforgettable moment. How about a hit and miss that actually hits the mark? While filming The Searchers, Captain Reverend Samuel Clayton accidentally fires a shot after a revolver is tossed his way. The resulting mishap adds a mix of humor and tension, so it was left in. Can technical difficulties add authenticity to a movie? In Apollo 13, Tom Hanks accidentally stalls the car mid-scene. Instead of stopping, he improvised, saying, "This is the second time it's done that today," making the mistake feel natural. What's funnier than a serious scene gone hilariously wrong? A fake baby that completely ruins the moment. In American Sniper, Bradley Cooper had to hold a baby, but with the baby actor sick, they gave him a doll instead. The obviously fake baby added some unintended comedy to an otherwise intense scene. In Spider-Man, British actor Tom Holland sometimes slips back into his UK accent as Peter Parker. These accent mishaps add an unplanned quirk to the film that fans love.
Yeah, like a grandmother.
Like a grandmother, darling.
When actors are terrified for real, the results can be comedy gold. In Superbad, Fogel, played by Christopher Mintz, has a genuine fear of bees. His reaction when one flies on set is totally real, and it's absolutely hilarious on screen.
It's a bee, man. Grow a set. Oh, it's right there, dude.
All right, let's do another.
In The Dreamers, Isabel's hair-catching fire was unplanned. Eva Green was supposed to kiss Matthew, but accidentally leaned too close to a candle. She stayed in character so naturally that director Bernardo Bertolucci kept it in. That's real acting, staying in character even when things go wrong. In Meryl Streep's iconic scene in The Hours, her character turns on the sink, only for the faucet to unexpectedly explode, spraying water everywhere. Meryl Streep stayed in character, and the spontaneous moment was kept in the film. It's moments like this that make the film even more unpredictable. In Jack Reacher, during the car chase scene, the vehicle unexpectedly stalls, but Tom Cruise, who did his own stunt driving, managed to restart it and continue the escape. The moment wasn't scripted, and Cruise's reaction of surprise and triumph is genuine. Talk about a real-time rescue. Want more epic behind-the-scenes moments that had us all laughing? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on the funniest bloopers and unscripted movie magic. If you enjoyed these unscripted movie moments, you'll love our deep dive into TV show bloopers that were too good to cut. Which unscripted moment was your favorite? Drop a comment below and let us know. Let's keep the conversation rolling. And remember, every moment is better with a little bit of surprise. So stay tuned for more hilarious movie moments right here.